Newsington, number 4. I've got a beanie on today because I always wear the same hat, so I thought I'll put a beanie on. It looks kind of stupid, but fuck it, that's the dress code today. Newsington, we haven't really got funny shit to talk about today. I know. Dutchavelli hasn't been nonsense anymore. Travis hasn't been dressing up as Batman anymore. But we've got exciting movie news, so if you want to hear about that, stick around. But anyway, exciting news. Now, I've been wanting to talk about the Spider-Man thing for a while because we're hearing big things about that, but fuck that for a moment. I want to talk about Star Wars. The Disney thing was the other night and they made some big announcements. Now, the biggest one, of course, is the ObiWan series. Oh my god. We knew this was coming anyway, but because we hadn't heard anything for so long, I was a bit doubtful. Like, oh my god, are we going to get it anymore? Like, what's the deal? Obviously, COVID's postponed everything. But they were like, yo, just to let you know, ObiWan series is still happening. And Hayden Christensen, the GOAT, is coming back to play Darth Vader. Oh my god. I was in the gym when I read this, and I had to just stop for about 15 minutes because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't believe it. This is huge. This is huge news. This is fan service to the absolute fucking max. You know, it's incredible. You know, for me, I love the prequels. They're my favourite trilogy out of the 3. There's only 2 really. That's sequels. Shit doesn't count. But you know, I grew up with prequels in a sense, and that's what I love. But of course, I got a lot of respect for the original trilogy. I love them too. But it's prequels for me. They're what I love. And you know, Hayden, he got a lot of stick in those movies, and I think he's a very capable actor. The script just wasn't there, and I don't think he possibly had the best direction. That's no offense to George, because we know he's an excellent storyteller, but maybe his writing and directing isn't top notch. But you know, that's a topic for another time. But Hayden, he gave it all in his roles, and he got far too much stick, and it was too harsh at the time. You know, they're bringing him back to play Vader, so he's actually going to be in the Vader suit. I don't know if we're going to get some cool flashbacks as well, like him as Anakin, or him and Obi-Wan, like back in the day when they're fighting in the Clone Wars. That'd be really cool. It's hard to tell what they're going to do with it. You know, is he actually going to get a huge involvement in it? I hope he is. I hope, even though it's an Obi-Wan series, I hope it's almost split 50-50 between him and Obi-Wan, well, him and Anakin, I mean, and I hope we get a lot of alternation, and you know, apparently we're going to see them fight, you know, so everyone thought that the A New Hope fight was their first time seeing each other since Revenge of the Sith. I mean, it's never actually stated that was the first time, but we will just assume it was. But no, we're going to get some stuff in between, which is exciting. And I think it's just going to be nice knowing that when we see Vader in that, we're going to know it's Hayden in the suit, because, you know, you watch Rogue One and it's cool that it's Vader, but it didn't really have the same feel for me, because I was like, why didn't they get Hayden in the suit? I thought that would have been cool if they put Hayden in the suit. He is Vader, he's Anakin. Obviously you got OG Vader, but I thought, you know, Rogue One is a bit newer, so you could put Hayden in there. So it's going to be nice that we're going to be watching, and when we're going to hear the voice and all this sort of thing, we're going to be like, that's Hayden. Another thing announced was the Ahsoka show. I mean, I kind of felt like that was inevitable, to be honest. You know, they used her in that one episode of Mandalorian the other week, and we're like, oh, that's cool, but she's never going to get a huge involvement, because if they use her too much, then it just wouldn't be the Mandalorian anymore. It'd be the Mando and Ahsoka show, which it's not. You know, this is about Mando and Grogu. So they're giving her own show spin-off. It's going to be set like alongside at the same time as the Mandalorian. I imagine why that's why she had that line in the Mandalorian, which is where's Grand Admiral Thrawn. They're going to build a storyline around that, and Thrawn will be in that show rather than the Mandalorian. So yeah, that should be interesting. It's just as long as they can balance that's the thing. Like, it's cool them doing all these things, but they just need to, you know, make sure they take their time, make each one special, unique, and they're not just pumping it out, you know, for the sake of it. But so far they've been alright, so I hope they sort of stick with that. They announced some other stuff, like a Cassian Andor show, and the Bad Batch, the Clone Wars, like little spin-off stuff, which is cool, and a few other bits. But the number one thing is the Obi-Wan show. That's top of the list, and for me that's top of like anything right now. Like DC, Marvel, any movie I'm looking forward to, that is it. That's where the bar's at. But talking of Marvel, we've got an announcement last week that Alfred Molina, who played Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2, one of the best Spider-Man films, yeah, he's coming back to be in this untitled Spider-Man 3 movie, you know, the third Tom Holland Spider-Man film. Which, once again, adds to the thing of they're going to do a multiverse type thing. Obviously, you've got the Multiverse of Madness, which is a Doctor Strange sequel, and that is being directed by Sam Raimi, which is very interesting. I can't wait to see that. I think that's going to be a great film anyway. So, you know, we're going to get a multiverse thing, maybe starting that, because I think that's going to be before Spider-Man 3 is released. So we'll probably get to know the multiverse theory in that, and then after that we will get the Spider-Man 3, and we're going to get a whole lot of stuff brought back. I mean, they've confirmed quite a few people. So yes, Alfred Molina, confirmed. Andrew Garfield, confirmed. Jamie Foxx, confirmed. Benderdonk Cucumber Patch, confirmed. Kirsten Dunst, confirmed. The guy who played Daredevil, I think, in the TV show, is in talks. And the other one in talks is Tobey Maguire. I need that confirmed, man. We need Tobey back. He's the best Spider-Man. He's the OG Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland, though, to be fair. I think he's an excellent Spider-Man. And Andrew is a good... he's a good Garfield. No. He's a good actor. He's a very good actor. But I just... His Spider-Man movies were shit, okay? I'm afraid that's just how it was. They were trying to make something that just didn't work. But he's a very good actor. So he's... You know, it's like a Hayden Christensen thing again, where, like, he's a good actor, but the role just was badly written for him. But yeah, Tobey Maguire, I mean, there was someone found a photo of him, like, getting out of a car the other day. It was like, oh yeah, he's in LA or something for some talks. It's like, I don't know if that's legit. That could just be some old-ass photo or something, but I don't know. I think we're going to get Tobey back. You know, everyone wants Tobey. I'm sure Tobey would like to do it. I don't see why not. We all want him back. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting film. The fact they're making like a Spider-Verse, multiverse. I mean, I'm curious about if they're bringing back Doc Ock, how the timeline's going to be set up, because he was only Doc Ock for a very short time, like fucking a few days, a week in that movie. So it's like, are they gonna open like a fucking parallel thing just halfway through Spider-Man 2 and just pinch him and pinch Tobey? They'd be like, oh yeah, hello, welcome to MCU New York. That's an Avengers tower there. You don't have one of those, do you? I don't know, because, you know, Doc Ock dies at the end of Spider-Man 2, so I'm curious how they're gonna, you know, line that up or whatever, but they'll think of something. You know, it's a multiverse, anything can happen. And yeah, last bit of news, sad news, Tommy Tiny Lister has died. I didn't see a whole lot of his work, but I know him best as Debo in Friday. Friday's just one of the best comedy movies ever. I absolutely love that film. And yeah, he was great in it. He plays the big, scary, bully guy. Run me your chain. But yeah, he's dope in that movie. Ice Cube's dope, Chris Tucker dope. Like, everyone. Bernie Mac, do you know what I mean? That movie's got everyone. It's just such a fun movie, such a great movie. And it's a shame, you know, he was only 62. I'm not sure what the cause of death was, but it's a shame. You know, thoughts to his family and friends. I've seen Ice Cube posting about it, you know, Chris Tucker. So it's a real shame. He was felt like an OG, great actor, seemed like a great guy. But yeah, that is Newsington for the week. You know, we actually had some interesting stuff to talk about. No banter this week. I'm so sorry. But I'll be back with something else, whatever it be. Obviously, next week we got the last chapter of Mandalorian, and I've got nothing to review. Oh, God. But, you know, maybe we'll look at more weird balloon videos or something. That sounds fun. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.